Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning. I figured it would be fun to do a chatty get ready with me today. It's been a really long time since I've actually sat down and put makeup on, so I was kind of in the mood to play around with that. Also, I wanted to update you guys on my mental health and anxiety and things that I have been doing that have greatly improved it. I figured that would be something good to talk about today. Since I'm going to be talking, I'm probably not going to be like showing every product that I'm using, but I will have them all linked down below for you guys. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. Also turn your notifications on if you want to be notified every time that I upload. You can also follow me on Instagram at Gagliotti and keep up with me over there. On to the good stuff. So, I think it was like a couple months back. Probably was way longer than that actually. Time has just been moving very slow and fast at the same time. But anyway, so I had been talking about how my anxiety was pretty bad. I think it was just at that point that I was starting to like explore what options I had, or kind of like looking for ways that, you know, I could relieve it. So oddly enough, in the beginning of quarantine, I kind of had this like weird epiphany where it just kind of like clicked for me. And I think it was this thought that set everything else in motion for me. And it was so simple, but it was something that I hadn't previously thought of this way. So I did want to share this with you guys. And it really has to do with the fact that self-care is not sitting around and doing nothing all day. Self-care is more than doing my nails and having a Netflix day, doing face masks. And of course, those are all self-care too, obviously. But what I was severely lacking was the self-care that was actually benefiting me and bringing me forward to a place where I would feel good. For instance, working out for me is a huge help with my anxiety. And I know this, but you know, there are days where I make that conscious decision where I'm like, I don't want to work out. I don't want to do it. And you know, that's fine every once in a while, but I wasn't putting two and two together that that is actually self-care, because it is pushing me in a direction that is benefiting me later. And those are the activities that I have found myself investing my time in. Things like reading, that maybe before I was like, well, you know, I don't really want to read. I'd rather turn on like a true crime documentary and just like zone out. But no, it's like once I'm done reading, I actually feel empowered, I feel good, I feel calm. So I think I had a really big aha moment when I was like, oh, self-care is literally taking care of myself. And as much as I don't want to do something like that in the moment, I know that it's going to benefit me later. It's really such a simple thought. A lot of the times when you're struggling with anxiety, it can be difficult to push yourself to do things. So by me coddling myself and saying like, oh no, I'm protecting my mental health by not doing this today, I'm actually doing a disservice to myself. And as hard and as difficult as that feels in the moment, it feels exponentially better after. So that was definitely the first thing that kind of put this all into perspective for me. And then from there, I built a morning routine that helps me implement all of the important self-care aspects that I know are going to set me up for a good day. That looks something like, and I will do a video on this because I know some of you guys are interested in my morning routine, but for me, that looks like me getting up, maybe journaling, definitely working out, a little bit of meditation, not every day. I'm not perfect, but I try to do it most days. And then I do try to read a little bit as well, but if I can't get my reading in the morning, I do make sure to do it at some point throughout the day. I just tell myself, okay, like get those things done and then you can see how you feel and we can assess what's next. But usually by the time I am done with that, I'm feeling really good and I want to do more, and it makes me feel productive and it puts me in a good place. Before I get further in, these are from Amazon, and they come in like a multi-pack, and these sponges are really good. And I think the pack is like $8 or something, and I think they gave me a code to share with you guys. I'll leave all of this information at the bottom of the screen or something. But these are really, really good sponges. I like these a lot. All right, so let's talk a little bit about journaling because I kind of struggle with this. I'm like, all right, well, what do I write? I guess I was having difficulty with like prompts. So my best friend actually told me about this gratitude journal that she had ordered from Amazon. So I ordered one for myself as well because she said she really liked it, and it has really helped me focus a lot more on gratitude. The journal has been really helpful for that, number one, but number two, it's also been really good to like track my moods, and it just has really nice prompts if you are new to journaling. There are different questions for the morning and the evening, so that has been something that I've been really enjoying. And then the more I've been doing that, the more that I've kind of just been opening like a Google Doc some mornings and just like writing. So I've just really been honoring like whatever I'm feeling that day. So that's how I have made journaling work for me. Another thing that a lot of people really into and really love and spoke highly of was meditation, and that guided meditations have really helped me because they allow me to replace my racing thoughts with thoughts that are beneficial to me. There is an app that is called, actually there are two apps that I like. One is My Life, that is for meditation. So you actually like select whatever you're feeling in the moment, and then it pulls from their database and was like, hey, you might want to focus on this or this today. Here are some that, you know, we will suggest. And then there's also another app that is called I Am, and basically it sends you all of these like positive affirmations during the day. So I think I have mine set up to like send me 10 throughout the day, but they're just nice little reminders. I'm even getting my husband into meditation. I have him reading the Dan Harris book, 10% Happier, and he like loves Dan Harris now. And it's so funny because I didn't think I would be like coming on here preaching the same things that like everybody else does, but for you it just has to make sense and it just has to click. I kind of feel like I want to fill in my brows today. It's been so long since I've done that. I use my brow flick, pencil, use a little both. So speaking of books, two that have actually like I guess made the biggest impact lately have been The Four Agreements and The Fifth Agreement. It just explains in like really simple terms like very easy things that you can do to change your life, and not even things you can do, it's just like it's about unlearning and relearning all of the things that society has conditioned us to believe about ourselves. That book has really resonated with me. Right now I'm reading The Power of Now. I'm also reading a book called In the Flow, and it's about using your cycle to optimize like your life essentially. So that's been a really interesting read too. That is helpful as someone who deals with hormonal imbalances because of endometriosis. I highly recommend that book too for anyone who wants to just like understand their cycle better. If you have ovarian cyst, fibroids, PCOS, anything like that, it's definitely a really good read. You can actually find all of my favorite books on my Amazon storefront, so I will have that link down below as well if you guys want to check some of them out. I also have my gratitude journal on there as well. Ooh, these brows. Now I remember why I don't fill them in very often. It's a look. I really want to play with this. I'm scared. All right, let's try it. Probably should have used a base under this. Too late. This is definitely fun. I just feel like I need something. Let's try Valley. I don't actually know if I like that. Alright, I like this more than I thought I would. Something else that I've been doing that's helped me a lot as well is giving more time to my creative outlets and expressions. Find something that you enjoy doing that is a nice escape. I've been making more time to do like crafts and stuff that I just really enjoy doing. So whether that's like DIY things or doodling, bullet journaling is something that like I'm starting to get into as well. So anything that you can do that gives your mind like a mental rest is really good. And then also finding a workout that I loved has been so important. I generally do like working out, but sometimes, you know, you just get in a rut. So if you can find something that just feels good to move your body, I'd highly recommend sticking with that. And you just stop thinking about workouts in terms of the number of calories you burn, and more so just based on the way you feel afterwards. And when you do all of these things that are feeding you and nourishing your mind and your soul, over time you become stronger and you tap into the best version of yourself. And that is not some faraway thing. That is always inside of you, and you can always turn to it whenever you want. It's kind of like, okay, so everything that I need is already inside of me, and I just have to tap into it. That's definitely been one of my favorite mantras lately. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to try this little duo from e.l.f. I have a few different ones here, but I think this is the one that I'm going to go with today. In the shade Spiced Apple. So it's a blush and a highlight. I'm going to take a little bit of this highlight too and just put it under brow bone. To finish off the look, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. lip balm. I'm so weird with lip colors. I don't like too much, so I'm just gonna like wipe most of this off. Looks like it was gonna be a little bit more brown. Actually, I guess that's a pretty accurate representation. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for me today. Hopefully you enjoy this makeup look and or the little bit of advice that I could share with you guys. Hopefully this helps you too. Also, if you have any practices that you swear by, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I would love to read them. So as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you next time.